Alright, hello everybody, Zaxter99 back with another video where I'm responding to a really ignorant developer response to one of my recent Miss videos. So in my Miss video, which was Miss number 394 from, what was it? It's yesterday. Seemed like longer ago than that. Because I think I'm trying to mentally get rid of this garbage ass shit. Banderantes, the game, made by Argo Games. This game was even worse than this trailer. I thought there would actually be some level of content to this game besides smacking a tree with an axe. But when I played the game, I saw that it was just a really small piece of shit fucking map with these forest trees and absolutely nothing to do. Like I was able to hit a chicken, excuse me, like I was able to hit a chicken with my axe, and killed it, but then I couldn't harvest it. I couldn't do anything with the chicken. There's no actual like proper inventory system, and there's definitely no crafting system in the game. There's no enemies. There's no objectives right now. It's just an empty map with a few scattered chickens at your little base that you start at, and that's pretty much it. But no crafting yet, no enemies, no combat, no objective, just nothing. There's nothing to do. It's just a basic freaking empty Unreal map. And for that, I think, and let's go ahead and take a look at my review without looking at it any further. If we come down here, guys, we see my review that I just left yesterday. I accused it of being an empty island with absolutely nothing to do, like I'm saying. And I said here in all caps, there is no excuse for launching a game in this undeveloped of a state into early access. Even Steam advises you as any developer that early access is not for launching a game that is only about 10% complete. And that's what we have here. The developer just responded this morning. And the developer says, "Hi there, thanks for the review of our game. I need to explain some things before you continue to explore the game. Trust me, Mr. Developer, I am not going to explore your game any further. I've explored your empty map enough. Took me like 5-10 minutes, and that's plenty that I want to explore your bullshit." But anyway, he goes on. "The idea of early access of the game is to make some more money, to continue to develop the game. Right here is a massive red flag. As is, you see only about 5% of the final product intended by us. We are scheduling weekly updates, yet making tons of promises of all the fucking grandeur ideas that you have for your amazing survival game. That right now in early access with just an empty map, when I first loaded into the game, I was getting like 14 frames per second. If you watch the Miss video, you see that. I had to lower my settings considerably to even get above 30 frames per second. So it's an empty map with nothing to do, and it's already unoptimized and running like shit. Let's be real. Oh, so I want to go ahead and show you guys something, and this video is for any indie developers out there considering putting your game on Steam in early access. I want to go ahead and show you what early access is for and what early access is not for. So there's a lot of indie games that come out in early access that are very playable when you launch them. So let's talk about the very popular last year Supermarket Simulator launched in early access. It was a very that game was very, very playable. In fact, I played that early access launch version over 40 hours. I had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't something empty of content like this where you couldn't do anything, right? But I want to go ahead and show you guys the difference between early access, which is a game like Supermarket Simulator, and a lot of games that launch in early access that do it properly. But what early access is not for, let's go ahead and take a look at Steam's documentation made for indie developers that indie developers have to agree to before they launch their game in early access. So, Steam works at documentation. What is early access? Steam Early Access enables you to sell your game on Steam while it is still being developed, which he's doing, and provides context to customers that a product should be considered unfinished, which is fine. So far, he's fine. Early access is a place for games that are in a playable alpha or beta state. And this is where his game fails. It is not playable because there's nothing to freaking do. And he says as well that the value of the playable build is what you're charging for on Steam. So he's charging 15 US dollars minus a 10% discount. And the game, as I stated in my review, isn't worth a nickel. It has no value right now because there's nothing to do. It's an empty map. It's a waste of time. So he is failing here on both of these. What early access is not? Early access is not a way to crowdfund development of your product. You should not be using early access solely to fund development of your game. Now, if we go back here and we look at his response, the idea of the early access of the game is to make some more money to continue to develop the game. So it's obvious that the CEO of Argo Games, I don't know if he's a solo developer or whatever, maybe he has 2 or 3 buddies helping him, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. The CEO, the main developer of this game, obviously did not take the time to read what he agreed to when he launched this game in early access. You should not be using early access as a way to crowdfund your game. It tells you that right here. But let's go ahead and talk about some more shit. And again, bear in mind, all the promises of everything this game's going to have. You don't have anything yet. You have an empty map that runs like shit. And you have all these great ideas of what this game is going to be. But I want to go ahead and show you guys something else here. This early access write-up, right? All right. So, we intend to add content every week. What's the current state? Right now you have a map with procedural creation and environment experiences and lumbering. Will the game be priced differently during and after early access? He says simply right here, we offer a 10% discount for the early access. And I think that means that he's offering a 10% discount on the $15 price. But that's not what's being asked here. Does this developer not understand English? Is this why he didn't read the Steamworks documentation for what you're not supposed to be doing in early access? That is not what the question is. Will the game be priced differently after it's out of early access? And we don't know. But the fact is, guys, he's charging either 100% or 90% or whatever of the price for a game that he himself admits is only about 5% done. It's an empty map. As he says, even right here, what's the current state? We intend to add a new feature every week. Right. And we've all seen this way too many times before, guys. When this developer doesn't get money to fund his game, as he already said in his response that he needs money to fund the game, when he doesn't get this money, what's he going to do? He's going to frickin' abandon it. We all know this because he's not making $10,000 a week or whatever he thinks he needs to properly make his game. When he makes $0 a week right after launching it, or $15 or whatever he makes a week that doesn't get refunded, which will probably be very little to none, he's going to abandon the game. We've seen this same show all too many times, guys. Way too many times. So to you indie developers out there, please understand that this is not what early access is for. If you're an indie dev, if you're planning on launching a game in Steam, something like that, if you want crowdfunding, and to this CEO of Argo Games, you want crowdfunding, you need to be going to like Kickstarter or one of the many crowdfunding websites. You need to be going to your bank and taking out a loan or asking your friends and family for money to help support you on your game. But launching an empty map in early access is not the way to crowdfund your game. First of all, not only does it go against Steamworks documentation, which you obviously failed to read, it goes against that. But even further, how the hell do you expect anybody to want to play an empty map with nothing to do and pay $15 for it? You are asking people for $15 of their hard-earned money. That $15, I could buy me a BK King, man, from Burger King. Those things are delicious. I get something out of that. And that's a meal, right? That's all about a meal. I could buy like a $15 freaking Big King meal with fries and a large soda and everything like that. I get something from that, right? It's very enjoyable and delicious to me. I love the BK King, even better than the Whopper. What do I get for this? Just frustration because there's nothing to do. It's a waste of my time. I could be making money instead of playing this bullshit empty map that you have no content in. You're out of your mind. Why do you expect complete strangers to buy an empty map for $15? Are you out of your frickin' mind, Mr. CEO of Argo Games? People buy food people buy games that are in a lot better state. And as I pointed out, you could buy Devil May Cry 5, a game with overwhelmingly positive reviews, like 98% positive reviews, right now on sale for like $7.50, half the price you're asking for this. Why would somebody not spend half the money to buy a game 100 times better that's complete? How do you expect to fund your game by selling people an empty map for $15? You gotta be absolutely out of your fucking mind, Mr. CEO. Out of your fucking mind. You're expecting complete strangers to give you $15 for an empty map and not refund it? Are you crazy? You need to go see a psychiatrist. Why would you expect that of people on Steam? People you don't even know. You want that kind of support? Go to your family, go to your friends, or go to Kickstarter. But this is not the way to fund your empty map, big hopes and promises, empty promises that will never, ever deliver. This game will never, ever be completed. Mark my words, Banderentis will soon be abandoned because this fucking idiot CEO is not going to make any money on this shit. In fact, he's going to lose his $100 investment. He will not make a penny of profit. I guarantee you. So you're out of your mind, Mr. CEO. And again, to any indie devs out there, please understand this is not how you crowdfund your game or make money to develop your game or to buy the assets or whatever you need. No, early access is not intended for that. You're going to fail. Just like you're going to fail, Mr. Argo Games. This is not how you make a game. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxter99. Be sure and put your thoughts down below in a comment. I would love to see. Sure, rate my video, and if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel here, make sure you subscribe. Talk to you all soon. Peace, everybody.